Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at, and welcome to this webinar. So I'm really looking forward to this discussion. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about is product ownership. So let's start this way. I did a keynote presentation in 2011, and it was entitled Essential Product Ownership, Partnering with the Team. And this is a variation of that talk, and that was at a conference in Las Vegas. And since then, I've rethought about the theme, many of these themes. So I have a link here to that. If you're interested in watching that keynote, it's about an hour. You could go to that link there and see it. This talk is a redux of my thinking at that time, and an update of my thinking as to what are the essential patterns or what are the essential focus points of product ownership. In some ways, I haven't changed my mind very much over the course of those years, and in other cases, I've reaffirmed some things. So I thought I'd start that way of just going back in time to then go forward in time. A couple of bookkeeping items just from a terminology perspective. When I say product owner, I'm really using it in a very general sense for this talk. It could be a customer, could be a business analyst, could be a stakeholder, could be a product manager, any requirement provider. So the term product owner is Scrum-centric, but I'm really very generalizing the role in it. Anyone who's feeding asks, anyone who's feeding requirements to an Agile team, for the point of this talk, they're a product owner, and just keep that in the back of your mind. So don't get stuck on Scrum, I guess is the point of this slide. And it's not, I'm trying to be agnostic, so it's not, I'm trying to talk to a broader whole team view. So I hope there's some non-product owners listening in, and I hope there's some folks from non-Scrum, so maybe some Kanban folks or whatever, or extreme programming folks who are listening in, because I'm trying to be agnostic across methodologies and across roles. So really the emphasis here for this talk is a whole team view, where the entire team collaborates, elaborates, delivers on value and delivers on quality. So sort of keep those premises in the back of your mind as we move forward. Just a question I'm going to pose. It goes back to the title of it takes a village, and but I want to set it up that does it really take a village? So there's a question, and we'll go through it through the talk, and then we'll come back to this slide and try to answer that question. So the who owns the backlog? Is it a village concept, or is it the Highlander? Is it there can be only one product owner? Very early on in Scrum, or very early on in the product owner literature, and it's still to some degree that today, there's a reference to that there is one. I remember Ken Schwaber, years ago talked about a single ringable neck. Now we've gotten away from that terminology, but the reason I bring it up is it was a single person. It was a single product owner. I want to challenge those views a little bit or see where we go. But that's the open question. Is product ownership a village, or is it a single individual? Or perhaps maybe it's somewhere in between. I'm not sure, but we'll see where that goes. This workshop this webinar is a series of patterns that I want to amplify. And they're key patterns. They're essential practices or essential patterns that I've found that really amplify the value, empower product ownership in the real world. These are all real world patterns. And I wanted to start with show me the money. So what I've found over the years, and I don't know if I even amplified this enough in 2011, that the sprint review of the demo is an incredibly big deal for Scrum teams. I want the product owner and the team to look at it as a defining moment. I have the view that everyone goes. So you want to invite everyone in an organization. That doesn't mean they all come. You may have real estate constraints or whatever, but you don't want to just cherry pick certain individuals. It's here's a Scrum team. They delivered the highest value on the planet Earth in this 2-week sprint from a business perspective, given their backlog. The organization should be incredibly excited to come and to see what's going on. So that would be stakeholders really should be there. Any requirement, any product folks should be there. But you could invite senior leadership, C-level leadership, and you can make an argument they should be there. Customer support should be there. Marketing, sales could be there, etc. So you want as much, depending on the size of your organization, it should be a big deal. And it shouldn't be an onerous task. People should be wanting to come. You should almost be beating them away at the door. That should be the mindset, that it's a big deal, we have great value to show, and the organization should be excited about getting into the room and taking a look at what the team has done over the past 2 or 3 weeks, or over the past sprint or the iteration. You want to be looking for 360-degree feedback. So the team is giving feedback. The team is gaining confidence in the organization. So you're showing software, and one direction of the feedback is getting it from the audience, getting it from stakeholders. And you want to get that. Are we on track or are we not on track? But you don't want to lose sight of the opportunity to communicate outward to the organization. For example, connecting the dots. One of the most important things you can do in a demo is talk about coming attractions. Connect the dots to the last sprint demo, and then bring it to this sprint demo, and then talk about the future and confirm that the team is on track. The team is not just getting feedback on an individual story or an individual feature, but the team's on track with their direction. They have a sound directional sort of priority, and you want to confirm that. Or if not, you want to be making immediate adjustments. I mean, part of the feedback is not just listening, but what are you going to do with it, and immediately doing something. I love it when a team listens to feedback in a sprint review, and occasionally, this may not be always possible, but let's say the CEO gives the team feedback in a sprint review, in a demo, and they immediately in the next sprint make changes to that feedback. And I sometimes joke that it's throwing the CEO a bone. But it's really important for the team to confirm that we're listening to you. The antithesis of that is that notion of we'll just throw it on the backlog and eventually we'll get to it. And we all know that's sort of a black hole sometimes, where we never really get to the items on the backlog, but really responding. So confirmation, making adjustments, listening to what's going on. It's that show the money event. I see so many boring or so many uninteresting demos nowadays, or the organizations aren't really even appreciating the demo. I'll tell you a quick story. I was with a client, maybe a few years ago, and the C-level team wanted the product owner to record the demo, and the product owner would go through the demo and record it.
Hi there. Hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also getting complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN2EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.